pornographic images will be shown.
Will they?
Owen, get your tits out.
Okay.
Do we do an intro? Hi guys, welcome back
Well,
to...
what's our podcast called, guys? Has anyone got a name?
The Owen Clay Experience.
I don't know. I don't know if that's quite original.
It really rolls off the tongue.
I do like
We've
that.
really come into this with no preparation at all.
I know, that's
That's
what
the
makes it the
way.
best part.
That's what makes it good.
the best part.
There's nothing worse than a podcast where they're just reading the scripts, though. I enjoy the unhinged rambles.
Yeah.
of a lot
I don't
of
think
them.
it's very fair that me and Josh are circumcised and you two aren't.
It doesn't make a difference. There's no wind in here.
There will be.
Oh, you talked about the mics. I was very confused for a second. That was not apparent.
No, I
you've gotta
really
get
thought you
That was
meant.
not apparent.
And then he said, "It doesn't matter that he winded here." I was like, "What?"
Bring your chair up so that you can kind of like lean back and still be
No.
this close
My
to it.
posture is not that good. I'm chronically online. I'm like,
What, you're gonna lean forward like this the whole time. You'll find that after a bit, you'll start to like lean back and slouch like you would in a classroom, because otherwise you're gonna be
stop
sat.
rocking on my chair.
Yeah. So just get it so that you can kind of lean back but still be close to it as possible.
Well, I'll start off with my complaint. Is that
Are we jumping straight?
Whoa,
into
whoa,
it?
whoa.
Do we not want to have
Whoa.
some natural conversation
Well, no,
first?
it will spring from this. I just want to complain about koala bears.
What?
And how
Right.
shit they are.
Okay.
So
Right.
when
What
life-
experience have you had with koala bears?
I had like a dream about this TV show. It's called The Koala Brothers, and it's like about two koala bears. So like are in the outback and they're flying planes. Koala bears in real life don't be doing that.
It's
They don't.
true.
They eat food that's not good enough for them, and then they like starve to death because they got like smooth brains. I don't like it. So when Life 2 comes out,
Can
think-
you not? Is that not like representative of humans as well, though?
No.
We eat things that aren't good for us, and then we poison ourselves with the things we eat.
yeah, but like
Are we not just bigger, more stupid koala bears?
yeah,
There you go.
but
Yeah.
we should do them a favour, and when Life 2 comes out, this should just not exist.
Well, I think people just do this
Just do
thing.
them a
They
favour.
just in their head, every single decision they make is basically, is this good enough to end my life sooner? And if so, I'm going to do it.
True. It's facts.
The funnest activities are the ones that kill us the fastest.
I don't know.
That really
A gun to the head
speaks.
isn't very fun.
I like
Say
to
that.
dabble in some Russian roulette
Yeah,
sometimes.
Russian roulette. That's
That is
It would be quite exhilarating, actually.
peak life.
The thrill of ending your life is probably quite, exciting.
I don't know, man. I don't think they're excited when people that tried to kill themselves.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if
Have
they
you ever
fa-
seen
if
them?
they
When
fail.
people are like on the edge of buildings, they're smiling, they're happy, they're
Are they?
excited.
You ever seen them?
I've been there.
Oh,
he,
no.
has been there.
Behind someone.
We're going.
Yeah, pushing them.
Homelander.
Oh, God.
Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, that
about
was
his-
it. Well,
brilliant.
Wait, that was your
literally it.
topic?
Yeah. I told you I didn't come prepared at all. I just wanted to
So-
complain about
okay,
koala
so-
bears.
For context, I told all of these guys to bring a podcast topic, just something to talk about that was interesting. And Mace decided to talk about a dream he had where koala bears were flying a plane.
It's not a dream. That's actually a TV show.
No,
Oh.
I know the TV show, but the thing is, your hatred for koalas is based on a dream.
He thought, you know what, I'm going to bring this up and we're going to have such a good conversation about this animal that none of us have ever actually encountered in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
All right, well,
You know, my least favorite animal is humans, because they just take what they want. They just hate every other animal.
That is true.
Yeah.
No, we like dogs.
We like dogs. Well, some countries don't.
Unless they're iBogey dogs. We don't like those.
We don't like iBogey dogs. My topic, iBogey dogs.
what the fuck is iBogey dogs?
They're the white mutts, the white mangy mutts.
Oh,
Oh, you mean
Amazing
get the
dog.
They
crusty.
get
not the
iBogey
crusty white-eyed dogs?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
because
God.
I don't even know what it's. They have some sort of chemical in their like tears and stuff, or like their sweat. I don't know what it. I think it's saliva actually, because they get it under their like.
Yeah.
Are they licking their eyeballs?
No, it's like I think it's tears and your
You
saliva.
know, it wouldn't surprise me with them abominations. They probably could do that. To be
Yeah.
fair.
And they just get the crusty brown shit under their eyes, under their mouths. Ugh,
No.
yucky.
Or pugs. Pugs are not very nice.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, but pugs are
Compared
our
to
own
the-
fault.
They can't breathe. They're like.
Compared to the crusty-eyed dogs, pugs are...
No, pugs were
average.
made to suffer.
True.
They are abominations.
Pugs are like, in like Tom and Jerry when they get comically hit in the face with a frying pan.
And their face gets flattened,
Yeah.
looking like.
Bro,
No,
you can't-
man,
You can't be calling people out on this podcast.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's off limits. Don't be bringing up like
you have to beep the name.
names of people, places. Like, yeah, don't mention.
There's so many beeps right now.
Wait, you
I'm
can't
not
say.
gonna- We just. I don't really want everyone to know what we're talking about and things, especially if you're gonna name drop.
Everyone, Elliot lives on.
Because when you were talking about like leaving home and university, you started talking about things in like if it's gonna be public, I don't really want my hometown being leaked. That's the only thing I'm considering and whatever.
I promise you, no one is going to care enough to come to your house.
Hey, I've got my license plate and my house number in this video. People, if I'm famous in the future, people are gonna watch this.
There was that one guy on that Minecraft server who had a prom picture of us. And
Yeah.
edited it. That
People
was
on the
really
internet
weird.
be stalking you.
There was like the prom picture outside
Yeah.
his like conservatory. Someone had it on this Minecraft server, and like it was edited to like be deep fried. I was like,
In like
That's so weird.
2019, at the end of it,
What?
when I dropped out of sixth form and I was just all day no lifing on a Minecraft server, I met this one guy who like I built a town with and whatever, and then he like fell out with me because I was like, your buildings are shit or something. It was just some Minecraft drama. But then he like full on just somehow stalked me. I think he found Mesa's Instagram because his was public at the time and mine was private, so he couldn't obviously see any of my photos. But he found one that Mesa tagged me in and then screenshotted it, put a bunch of like weird filters on it to make it look like he dug it out of a newspaper archive and sent it to me and went, "I found you." And I was like, what the fuck? Like, this was some like 13-year-old kid as well. He was just a random
Jesus
Minecraft player, and I was like, if this kid is that bold about Minecraft drama to dig out where I live and stuff, then there's people out there who'll be
it
doing
was a
weird
weird
shit.
time. He was building like pixel art of his feet to sell as well on maps.
I'm a businessman. What can I say?
Did you get any interest?
Oh, the server shut down before I could finish the foot map. but I
That's
did make a
shame.
black market with like a completely rigged casino that you could not win. And
That was fun.
And I gave extortionate loans that people never paid back because they just left the server. So I'd be like, "Welcome to the Minecraft server. Would you like a load of money so you can buy things?" They were like, "Sure, free money." And then they just wouldn't come back on. I'm like, well,
He basically became Tom Nook.
yeah. It was great. I could just roleplay as a terrible person because I'm not in real life.
Bro, you've always been an extortionate businessman. Shady
True.
practices. When you used to sell us alcohol
I
at
know.
extortionate prices.
Josh is still mad about the one time he paid me back in like 20p coins for something that was 10p. And I'm like, "Bro, you've missed like £3, 10 and 4 pence." And he was like, "No."
He was like, "This is my life savings. Please don't take away my house, my family."
Like most of you would just like bank transfer me or give me a 10, and Josh was like, "I found this down the back of the sofa." And then he was surprised when it didn't cover it.
What was the liquid you used to make of all the concoctions? Wait,
Project Piss.
Project Piss.
Moonshine.
Because you couldn't just tell your mum that you drank, so you had to siphon it.
No,
from-
because she'll
from
be
the
ashamed
cupboard.
of me. Mum, I didn't drink when I was underage.
Hey, it's coming out now. Show this to your
No,
mum.
I used to be too embarrassed to tell my mum that I drank and asked for alcohol, and too poor to buy it off of your older sister. So I just used to steal alcohol off of my mum. But I was smart about it. I didn't want to obviously take just half a bottle of vodka or whatever, because then she'd be like, "Oh, Josh, what's going on here?" So my genius plan was, over the course of the week or whatever, I would just take like a shot at a time out of all the different bottles. So then after like a week, when it was time to finally go out and savor the fruits of my labour, it was this like half of a fruit shoot bottle filled with like lemon tart gin, blueberry gin, raspberry vodka, and it was awful. They were the dark times, but some of the best memories came out of that. So
Yeah.
You say it was awful, like the straight vodka we drank was any better.
It was.
Bro, I think
It
I was a
was. It was
low-key
objectively better.
alcoholic.
oh, 100%.
Yes.
100%. Twice a week, you used to drink so much that you would turn into a log, mate. Your soul would leave your body on a regular basis.
It's actually a miracle you made it home most nights.
Yeah.
We do not condone alcoholism.
No, we definitely
Please
did
It
not.
was a dark.
responsibly.
Yeah, please drink responsibly. It was a dark time
Yeah.
in my life.
I still visibly
Have
remember.
you made it out of that, Owen?
Yes.
Would you like to share a bit about how your road to recovery went?
Well, actually, it was relatively easy. It wasn't like it wasn't like alcoholic in the way that I craved it.
Mm.
It was the fact that I had the ability to do it so often, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it 100%, and then I did it 110%.
Yeah.
It's low level alcoholism where
Yeah,
you don't need it day to day, but when you start, you can't stop.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a type of alcoholism that most people probably have, but they don't feel like it's alcoholism because they
Yeah.
can survive without alcohol. But when they start, they just binge drink.
yeah. It was easy. It was pretty easy to quit though. I quit
Yeah.
for like, I quit for like a month to see if I could just do it to see what it affects. It felt better, and then I was just like, I just won't get drunk as often. I only drink maybe twice a month max now, and I don't really.
I fell victim hard to the uni culture of getting drunk a lot.
Yeah.
However, I still drink quite often, like at least twice a week now. However, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's like my body physically setting boundaries for me, but I physically can't drink to the point where I'm like wasted or blackout anymore, because after 3 pints, I'll start to feel sick. So then I'll just stop drinking because it just, I don't know what it is, but I've not been like pissed in a very long time, which is kind of sad. I miss it. I miss
Yeah.
being silly
I
and
think-
reckless.
The last time I was pissed from just alcohol was was probably the fancy dress party we had at yours.
Really? You've not been drunk in 8 months?
No, I've been drunk,
But
but
yeah,
not to that level.
Fair.
Owen
And the
loved
only
level.
other time was
No, Owen, that's a lie.
Wait.
Mate. You definitely have.
really.
There have been. Do you not remember? Well, I mean,
I probably don't remember that.
yeah, that's true. Maybe there were other substances in your body this night.
Yeah, that's what I said. That
However, even before you took any other substances,
Was it
you
when
were-
Dell came to
when Dell
Ilkeston?
came for the first time?
yeah,
and you
Oh
were
my God.
you were on a bench
Yeah.
outside of Market, completely green, ogre colour,
yeah.
and being sick chunks.
He insists that was a result of other things that he took, but before we even went into market, he
You were
downed 2
Yeah,
pitchers
you
and
were-
spoons
you were-
and stuff. So.
we were
and two
we were
Jaegers.
in
And
a double
our
JD
local
and Coke.
spoons, and you were saying you were on a mission to just try like every AU vodka flavour. so you had like 7 doubles in the spoons. By that point, we'd already been drinking like at your house and
Yeah.
and like another pub and whatever. And then we get to spoons. We're all at a good level, and you go, I want every single flavour. I will conquer AU. I'll get all the infinity stones of AU
Yeah.
vodka.
I did do
So
that.
you were just getting more and more and more, and then when we was at the, I keep trying to. You've said not to name drop now, so I don't want to.
It's-
When we was at the venue, you were
The establishment.
The establishment. You were drinking loads more as well. I had to
Oh yeah,
go. I went up to the bar lady
and said, "Can
and
you not serve him?"
I said to
Yeah.
her, "Can you just do me a favor, please, and just not serve this guy anymore?"
And
He
then
re-
she's like,
he
"If she
really
wants
doesn't
to
need it."
drink, he
and
wants
she,
to
and
drink."
she just goes, "I can't do that."
Yeah,
Business
No.
is business.
It's
business is booming.
This is a bit of a tangent, but I think the concept of digital footprint for Owen has gone out the window because the amount of pictures of him throwing up or being parallel to the floor is just so many.
The thing
Yeah.
is, you just gotta own it.
I don't think you know you're owning it at the time.
You know.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're owning up to is the problem, Owen. Like, if you say you just got to own it, I can overlay some footage right here of all the worst things you've done. Remember
want
the
you to
Audley
do
vlog,
that.
Owen?
Incriminating footage.
No,
I can put that.
No.
Digital footprint, Owen.
Yeah, like there's some horrible. Well, I wouldn't say horrible, but there's some very.
grotesque. No, not even grotesque.
Vulgar.
Vulgar. Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but if I put some of those videos on there, you'd be owning up to a lot of very delinquent behaviour
Well,
that
nothing.
you probably don't remember.
Nothing illegal.
I mean, not illegal, no, but very offensive.
Yes.
I've got
Okay, guys.
I've got lots of videos of just like
Oh, you have enough footage to get all of us cancelled.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but you can get cancelled for
Your
tiny.
old Discord server, just
oh god, yeah.
You
word
can get
search some
cancelled for
certain
tiny
words in
shoelaces.
there.
We used to be awful people.
Teenagers.
Used
See,
to.
yeah.
Teenagers.
uh,
My brother's going through that phase right now.
Yeah.
Is
We
your
used to-
brother still a gym lad?
we would like. We fell hard into like the iDubbbz edgy trap, didn't
Yeah.
we, when we were
Well,
younger?
that was
like,
it was the
it's
peak of
funny.
that time.
It's funny
Yeah.
to be offensive,
Like
guys.
Filthy Frank and that. It was like
Yeah.
that was like
Hair
the peak
cake.
time.
Oh,
Have you
it makes
seen-
me so sad to see iDubbbz the way he is now. It's
In what way?
just the fall that he's had. Granted, the way he was in like 2016, probably a bit extreme. However, now he turned it into everything he used to make fun of.
I kind of like the way he is now though.
Isn't
Even
he a
though he's
cook?
gone kind of come first, he's not a cook.
He's
no.
he's an absolute cock. bro.
It's not.
He's lost his balls. His wife took his balls.
See, this is the two sides of the argument. People are like, he met his wife and she's took his balls. He's been emasculated, but he's literally just grown up as a fact that he's met someone who he saw what his like offensive behavior, the opposite side of it. Obviously, him in the past, he was like, you should just be offensive because if you can't say these certain things, then you shouldn't be able to. You should just not be able to say anything at all. So that's why he used to be around saying all racial slurs and stuff because it was like nothing should be off the table. But then he met his wife and he saw how essentially all of his old behavior affected people because when he was going around being like all I don't know misogynistic as a joke, he realized that it obviously went past a joke sometimes and affected people. So now he's kind of like
all of that's fine. Like coming to the realization that maybe it's not worth it to be so reckless with your behavior. But what is not fine is having your girl's punani be worth less than Netflix and being distributed all over the place. I cannot get behind this wave of like OnlyFans and everyone and just porn becoming so like mainstream and
all right, it's on
low
record.
level.
Josh hates sex workers.
Well, I actually
No. I'm saying I couldn't be with one. It would. I think. Call me old school. Call me traditional. But I think that if your partner is worth £5 a month, that's mad. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Secure
but
the
if
bag,
she's
though.
if she's spending that £5 a month on me, then I don't care.
Yeah, secure the bag.
Bro, yeah,
you
like,
gotta.
if
hey,
she sleeps with
if
you
she's-
for free, then
she's
she's
the
already gone to
breadwinner-
bottom of
Yeah.
the rung, hasn't she?
Obviously, I don't want to come across wrong. Girls do what you want. Men do what you want. I'm not saying they shouldn't be these OnlyFans people. I'm just saying the fact that it's so like common now for people in relationships to do that, I think is bewildering.
No, I disagree because I'd happily have a relationship where my girlfriend did OnlyFans because if she's securing the bag, I'm down to like
I just
scrub the floors.
what I
Yeah.
what I have
Male
trouble with
housewife.
is when does it become cheating? Because in OnlyFans, they're uploading pictures of their body for everyone to see, and that's not considered cheating because it's like whatever. But if you were to do that directly to send one person a nude, that would be considered
Yeah, but
cheating. in
that
a
has
lot of
like that
people's eyes.
personal attachment to it though. She's just sending it to strangers.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. You're still looking at it in the traditional sense of that, like, sex is a very intimate thing between two people, whereas the way that kind of attitude towards sex has changed is that, like, you can have that intimacy between two people, but sex can also be just, like, a public thing. Like, just because they're sharing their sex life with the whole world doesn't mean that they have this personal connection with the whole world. Like, if you're...
Can't get behind
Also-
it, man. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Also, the people that say they don't like it, maybe not for your case, but like 90% of the people that don't like it are the people that cause it. The people that are subscribing,
Yeah.
the low lives that are
Yeah.
like, I can't believe OnlyFans models are getting all this money. You're paying for them. Like, you're giving them
true, yeah.
business
Yeah.
and then complaining about it.
I'll never get like to the point where you do buy porn.
Yeah,
Like there's so much free porn.
Bro, I know.
Sometimes you
Unfortunately,
just need a
though,
niche
there is,
thing.
it is because it's such a big thing now. A lot of the good stars are locking themselves behind a paywall. So
Well,
so selfish of them to
No.
not give me their body for free.
It's because
I want it for free.
no, it's because when porn was less mainstream and it was like big brands like Brazzers and
Yeah.
stuff, they were paid shit compared to OnlyFans.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, like Mia Khalifa when she was in it. I know that she's probably talked some stuff that she's probably like gone a bit overboard with what she was saying. Like maybe not 100% true, but they treated her like shit in the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I mean,
and didn't.
that was just how the porn industry was.
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it
Changed
was
a
kind
lot
of a thing.
now.
That's the thing. Like sex work becoming a more normal thing has helped because it means
Yeah.
that people don't get trafficked and that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah.
People weren't paid for doing sex work. Like Mia Khalifa is a notorious porn star, but she made like 4 videos and then decided she didn't want to do it. She did it out of like desperation, and they had just like completely abused her and treated her like shit, and she got nothing from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
got
got
paid
like
nothing.
she got barely anything, and those videos are still being republished. to
Yeah.
They
this
paid
day.
her with
Like, if you-
exposure.
If you go on to like Pornhub or whatever now, look
Mm.
for 5 minutes and you'll still see Mia Khalifa.
To be honest,
Not in my recommendation.
to be honest, her brand that she's made for herself probably stemmed from her
Yeah.
porn videos. So
I mean, she's gone into OnlyFans now. She's gone back to
Yeah.
into it.
She
'Cause it
probably
makes
has
her
no
so much
choice.
money.
but I think
Like-
no, it's I think
The
it's
demand
because
was too high.
I think it's just because it's the ability to have control over your own body
Yeah,
rather than having
yeah. But it's weird though because like she's if she goes onto anyone's podcast or interviews or whatever, she like blacklists that whole subject. Like she won't talk about it,
She's probably
which
sick
is
of it.
fair.
That's probably why.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But then to like treat it like it never happened, but then to go back into it, it just seems a bit hypocritical.
Well, she probably had no choice. Like, imagine trying to get a normal job as Mia Khalifa.
Yeah.
What if she wanted to be a teacher?
Yeah.
well, she was
You
like,
go to a school and like, my teacher's Mia Khalifa.
What do
She
you do if
was-
you have like kids at that point? Like,
yeah.
Mm.
like
She was
then what?
That's a
blacklisted
cheap-
from her own country.
Oh, because
Oh, yeah.
she did like,
Yeah,
the hijab videos.
Yeah, she
Mm.
wasn't allowed back.
Just getting banned from your country for one job mistake.
I do feel sorry for
Fucking
the
hell.
kids though with porn stars a little bit.
Oh yeah, like Lana Rhodes'
Whoa,
kid that she recently had.
okay. I thought you meant the kids in the porn industry. I was like, whoa.
No,
Yeah, no,
like
it's a
that,
bit.
that boy going to school. He's gonna
Have to go to.
he's gonna off himself by 15.
He's gonna
It's
have to
gonna
go to
happen.
the gym 8 days a week.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that would
Imagine
be a
just
weird life.
being in the playground and some boy coming up to you, flipping his phone around and showing you
Yeah.
your own mum's batty crease.
How long
Bro.
does
Mad.
do you ever get used to it though? Is that the thing? Like, or do you think it'll ever just become
Imagine
desensitized?
the thing is,
Probably.
Because like those people are so open about it and comfortable with it, she'll raise a kid that's very like nonchalant about the whole thing and not care.
I think that's
But
the only way you can do it.
You just
Yeah.
got you just
But
gotta
Imagine
yeah.
every single argument that he ever or she ever has is just like, yeah, but your mum.
Yeah,
just showing a
exactly.
picture.
Actually, your
It's
mum.
like, your
That
mum.
will be his teenage years, though, won't it?
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's like, well, my entire intellectual argument is cancelled because my mother's a porn star.
He's
Someone
gonna-
probably literally
he's gonna
has
have to
fucked my
grow up to
mum.
become Plato or
It's
something.
gonna have to be
and
an academic weapon.
He's gonna study for years to figure out the comeback to your mum.
You'd have to be careful when he's jacking off and he's scrolling through. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
can't stroke it just then.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can carry on.
His
Minefield.
mum's definitely gonna have a comeback.
Didn't he quit?
You trying to make a Chris Pratt joke?
I've not seen that. Chris
You have. The clip from whatever show he was in, and it's like everyone loves a good comeback story, and they start naming comeback stories like Rocky and everything, and then Chris Pratt goes Kim Kardashian, and everyone's like, what? That's not really a comeback story. And he goes, on the video, she gets some cum on her back, I think.
You're doing an Owen right now. You're explaining the joke.
I'm reciting the joke. There's a difference. I'm not explaining why it's funny. I'm simply relaying.
You got to
joke.
put the reference in at the end now.
Yeah.
Harvard reference.
Harvard
to joke.
reference in. You can just go on the website though. It's easy. It's fine.
Am I the only one who doesn't use Harvard? I use IEEE.
I use MHRA.
Bro,
Huh?
I use Harvard.
Nah, IEEE.
Oh.
They're pretty much all the same anyway.
I've only ever had to do one essay. so-
That's the thing. They're all different, but not in big enough ways for it to like make sense.
Mm.
Like you'll look at something and not realize that it's different, but it's just the full stop is in. It's shifted a place to the left
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever. So it looks right, but you've put the comma in the wrong place.
I'm convinced when they're marking essays, they just don't check all the references because there's no way.
No,
they'll
that's the
have time
thing.
for
You get ones that don't care and won't say anything about your referencing, but then you get ones that are so anal about your referencing, and 90% of the comments will be on your
Yeah.
references. Like I got one like that recently, and it was just so annoying. Like, who actually cares if I've got if I've abbreviated this correctly. Like,
It's not like it's like
Grow
an
up.
actual official paper. It's just some
Well,
coursework.
you know how
Exactly.
I was telling you, Mace, how last year I got that exceptional first.
Yeah.
The I got a first for my referencing, and then it was shit referencing. I don't know how. Obviously, it just didn't look. And then this year, I was gonna get another like high first, exceptional first. Got a first on everything except for references. I did the exact same way and got a third, and it put me down to a
That's
low
the thing.
first.
that's because it is such like a confusing thing. No one in the world actually knows it. So
Yeah.
every like marker has a different idea of what's correct. So you can do the exact same thing in 2 different essays and get it marked differently
Yeah.
because one person will think that's right, the other person will think that's wrong. Just suck it all off. Just as long as you have the name of the person who you're referencing, where you referenced it from, that's all that should matter.
Because
Who
as long
cares?
as you can go and see that you've referenced it from that, what's the issue?
And half the time as well, with like online things, you have to include a link anyway.
Yeah.
Why does it matter then if there's full stops in the right place? If all you have to do is just click on the link anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to like specify when you accessed
Exactly.
this website.
I always just make that up anyway because
Me
I'll always be referencing the night before
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
due in.
same.
So instead of putting the
I
date
just do
that
it
it's
a week
due,
or two
I'll
back.
just take the dates away.
We have
Yeah.
to, on some of our coursework, we have to make a thing called a Gantt chart where you have to like say the progression of your coursework. Just
Right.
do that at the end. Just slap some dates in there. It's fine.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring an end to this tangent because we've just gone down personal complaining rabbit holes. So can't really use any of this for actual footage.
Other topics?
You already gave your koala topic. Have you done your one you came up with yet?
Well, mine was gonna be incredibly basic, broad. I just thought I'd talk about how people were feeling about the AI situation. Yeah, I know. I know.
That's literally the whole topic that I did on the free podcast I did for my college mates
Yeah,
because it's the thing right now.
I know. That's
AI
why.
is scary, but it is also cool. That's what they all
Thank you.
say.
Okay, next question.
Josh, what is your topic?
No.
We'll burn through them all right now.
My
You wanted to tell a
okay.
story.
So, oh no, that was a
that a
separate thing.
different
Do you want the story or the topic?
Topic. We'll do topic.
My topic was obviously I was struggling a lot with how broad it was left. You gave me no criteria, so I had to narrow it down for myself. So given that your project is on the theme of anxiety and overcoming that, I figured I would try and find something within that. And I thought one of the biggest tools in your arsenal, at least my arsenal, to help me overcome my personal anxiety.
You're quoting our English teacher right now. Our weaponry for the exam. You can tell you're an English student.
One of my biggest things that helped me was music, right? So what I would like to know from you all is what music, be that bands, albums, songs, whatever, has had the biggest impact on your lives.
God damn.
That is a tough one because it changes like every month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which one, like when you look back, what's been like the most pivotal like influence that you've taken from band or
I don't know if I'd say like specific songs, like albums or bands have had an influence on my life. It's more the fact that at certain points in my life, I was listening to that band. So now
Yeah.
when I think back of it, I associate them with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think we all listened to 21 Pilots at some
Yeah.
point. I think us three were kind of
Yeah.
heavily into them.
Yeah.
And they were my kind of like coming of age teenager band.
Yeah. That's what makes them so special is that like it was that time where you're like,
Yeah.
I am now a conscious human being. I have the world,
Yeah.
and then like this band just comes in.
I think they were the first kind of band that I would call like my favorite band. Before then,
Yeah, definitely.
my relationship with music was more just like whatever I hear every now and then, and I'll
Mm.
What
save
your
it.
parents
but-
put in the car. And
Well,
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
very specific, like it's like you said, I've got specific songs to specific times in my life. Like there's always a Sebastian Paul,
Yeah.
I'm awake,
We've all got
Between-
songs
Yeah.
that we
And
associate
then-
with each other.
and
as
then
well.
when us three went to go see Ireland,
yeah.
that
Mm.
was
We-
that
Ireland.
we and then yeah.
So loud. What's Island?
It's a
Indie
indie
band.
band that we went to go see at Bodega.
Okay. Thanks for the invite, guys.
It was
That was
When
during
was
the
So-
Batman era where it was dark and mysterious.
this was like before we started like even going out drinking really.
I think we were
Because my
16.
my sister took me and I invited these two. and then she had to buy us all drinks because it was at that time.
We actually like drank in like the outside
I think it was
area.
the first
like,
time we
"Ooh."
ever.
Ooh.
It's the first time we ever drank at a bar.
It was my first cigarette as well. She gave
Oh,
me a
yeah.
cigarette.
Beginning
Yeah.
of the end.
So that's why you weren't there. It was years ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it was your cloak, your vampire
Mm.
era. The song, this isn't really one that puts has a specific memory, but I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3,
Mhm.
and bro, Creep. I've been listening to Creep by Radiohead
Really?
non-stop. It's an amazing song.
I could never get into Radiohead.
Oh no, I love Creep.
No.
Does it-
Does it describe you?
average
Yeah.
average
Relates to
Radiohead
it.
fans be like,
Oh,
Finally, a
Oh.
song that really gets me, encapsulates who I am as a person.
My-
I'm a creep.
Michael loves that song. Every time
course
he
he's
karaoke,
fucking-
he's blasting
average
that out.
Radiohead fan.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo. What the
I
hell
just
am I
imagine him
doing
driving
here?
around at night listening to that song, just
Mm.
Yeah, like blasting. it.
scowling.
Make sure you drive extra slowly behind women while you're doing it.
Go on then, Mace. What's some of your songs?
Oh God, I don't know. I think this might be a bit generic, but C418.
Bro, yeah.
You love Minecraft.
Okay, yeah.
I think
I love
everyone,
Yeah.
I
everyone who
love it.
played
It's great,
Minecraft
it's
as a
great.
kid says that, don't they?
Or I can't even remember a few of the songs, but a few from the Trip playlist.
Oh right, yeah.
They hit differently for
Never
me.
stop trying.
I still listen to that every time I partake in recreational substances.
It just
It just, yeah.
it just like enables
signals.
levitation. I don't know what it is.
Mm.
Just when you hear that.
Yeah.
But it's
They're
because
like
it's
DJ.
literally
No,
it's gonna take you back to how you were feeling, because that's what music does. It takes you back to when you first heard it and how you were feeling at that moment. And considering you were in a very different state when you first heard that, it would probably elicit a certain
Third
feeling.
plane of existence.
Does it make you hate
Yeah.
Elliot every time?
No.
Because you told me.
Oh God,
you-
yeah.
You said the pivotal moment in your two's relationship where everything changed was the trip.
Yeah.
You said after that.
No,
I
it's,
hate
be- it's because I became very docile and just listen to the voices.
Succumb
God.
to the voices.
What do you mean became docile? You're like the most docile person I know.
True. I don't know. It is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is.
Did you hear that on the mic?
No.
My tummy rumbled.
I think for me, I'm very influenced by music, right? Like music, I mean, I guess it's the same for everyone, but for me, very much like certain songs will become your soundtrack to life at that moment.
Mm.
But also it can completely shift like the way you see things. Like everyone has, like you were saying, 21 Pilots for us is sort of that shared experience. But everyone has the band that you find at just the right moment, and it speaks to you in just the right way to just completely change the way you see the world. And I think while 21 Pilots helped me a lot when I was struggling when I was younger, what's probably had the biggest impact on my life is Arctic Monkeys.
Oh,
No,
God,
no,
I was waiting for
yeah,
that.
there you go.
Josh
But it's
trying
just
not
because-
to say Arctic
I know,
Monkeys.
I know. But it's just because I am who I am today because of that band. However stupid that may sound, purely because when I found them at the end of sixth form, when everything was laid out in front of me with going to uni, starting this new life, and I had in that moment I had to decide who I wanted to be, and finding that band and the way it made me feel, I thought, yeah, I want to be like this. So literally for the first year of listening to them, I would pretend I was Alex Turner, the lead singer of Arctic. I adopted that personality. When I went and met all of my course mates before uni started 2 years ago in the summer, I cut my hair like Alex Turner from whatever phase I was. I adopted his mannerisms. I spoke like him. I pretended I was him because I thought he is cool. I want to be cool. I want people to think I'm cool. So I'm gonna pretend I'm this cool person, and it worked because like when I was playing that character, I had the confidence of that character, and that's what I like. I still give that advice out now. I'm like, just pretend to be someone else, and then until you feel comfortable enough to not have to do that. Like I pretended to be that person for at least the whole of first semester of first year, and it was getting me into the places I wanted to be. I had friends. I was popular-ish, you know. But then after a while, I just became more comfortable to not have to do that because I already know everyone. But it never really left. Like I still have some of those mannerisms, and the way I talk is still. There are Alex Turner isms in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that all comes from just music, though.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
cool.
mean. Because it just the attitude I went in with, just like the nonchalant, like yeah, man, just whatever.
One thing I've never experienced that loads of people say is this, like, how you change personalities between new groups of friends.
Oh
Like,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
When I
'cause-
use joke 3 with
No, yeah,
personalities.
I've
Exactly.
seen these. I've seen these
Yeah.
jokes all about like, oh no, I accidentally used joke A with joke B, and now they're all laughing at me or staring at me funny. But I've never changed my personality
See,
for
no,
another group.
I definitely did. Like I said, I would changed when I went to uni from how I was with you lot, and then even when I was in uni, the different groups that I was around, I would act slightly differently even then as well. So I had like 4 different personalities at the go. It was hard to maintain
I
at the
can
height
imagine.
of it, switching between and lapsing into it. And I was like, oh no, this joke is not appropriate for this friend
Do you
group.
think being
Yeah.
in a better mental state then helps with that as well, though? Because, like, obviously, during secondary school, you went in the best place.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, as you come to uni, it's like you feel a lot more outgoing anyway. So do you not think that plays a part in that?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
Like in secondary school, I was defined by what I had done previously. Everyone knew me as this person who was very silly,
Yeah.
made silly mistakes, couldn't let things go. I was defined by previous years, and I felt like I couldn't escape that.
Because people don't forget, do they?
People don't forget, like
Which is what sucks.
yeah, and then when the doorway to university opened and no one knows me, you can completely start again.
Yeah.
You can be whoever you want to be. Yeah, of course that helps because then you feel like you can actually find who you are instead of what people think you are.
Mm.
You know.
I think that's why you see a lot of traveling vlogs and people seem to make like tons of friends. It's because they're all blank slates to each other.
Exactly.
So you can just, if you're just a generally nice person, you're going to make friends, which is, I think that's pretty cool.
Especially
For
in
lack
those situations
of a better
because
word.
everyone needs to make friends. Like everyone's in the same situation as
Yeah.
you. Everyone is also like
No one wants to be alone.
yeah, exactly. So when you're in those situations of just everyone being in the same position, being nervous in the same way, it's conducive to the best like relationships that you can make and the most like eye-opening ones.
I mean, that's how we all met, isn't it? Even though it was a long time ago now, I met you by being put in a school
Yeah, we
form,
got like forced together.
forced to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all just met through school. You have known the longest, but it's
Yeah.
just a case of we were both put in the same environment and forced to make friends because none of us had any at the time.
That's one of the good things about secondary school, I guess.
It's just every kind of stage you
Yeah.
go through in school.
Mm.
I think we would have made some friends if we decided to go to.
So that's one thing that I talk about on my film is the fact that like I chose to go to sixth form just out of the fact I was scared of having to make new friends,
Mm.
and I think we all kind of did that in a sense.
It's just,
And then
Yeah.
you two plus Michael carried that on to the extreme. You refused to
too stubborn.
yeah.
It's that and laziness, I guess.
I think there was-
staying in like your own city is one thing. That's fine, but you at least had the sensibility to try and move out. You failed completely.
Hey,
But
yeah.
Michael and you, Mace, the fact that you stayed at home,
It is what it is, isn't it?
like, do you not think about like where you could be,
Not
where
really.
you would be right now?
I don't think
There was no point because I'm not
Not-
there.
Yeah.
that's
So-
true.
No point dwelling on
I
it.
don't think it's not impacted me as much as you think it would. I
Yep.
think the only thing it's made is slightly more difficult travel, but I've still made
Yeah.
loads of friends and I go out with them and
His point isn't that like you've become a stay-at-home person,
Yeah.
you've made
Yeah.
no friends. It's
It's
more
the
the fact that you've compared to what the lifestyle he is living.
yeah, I've not
yours
gone out
has
my
not
comfort zone.
changed really,
Yeah.
or his is completely. He's built a
Yeah.
new entire life,
I feel like
whereas
he
you're still
needed
living.
that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
If
I'm
I did
fine
what
as I am.
if I stayed there, I would have.
you can't even say that about laughing at yourself.
I'll be in a catatonic state right now if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
stayed in Ilkeston.
Yeah,
I am moving out in August, so to a flat
Nice with uni mates.
with uni mates. Yeah,
Nice.
so I'll get the full.
Because everyone's moving. Elliot's moving out.
Mace is
We're all
not.
making strides.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I think off recording, Mace had more influencing factors than just he was scared to leave that made him
Yeah.
stay at
Yeah,
home.
Yeah,
But that's not really a podcast subject. So I think one thing that I talk about in a segment of my film is, oh, fuck, my mind just went blank. With Owen, like, even though you did move out and stuff, and you kind of came, you obviously ended up moving back home. The whole kind of thing of what Josh went through, of like transitioning into the next stage in life, it's just that thing of when you're faced with discomfort, you choose to just do it anyway rather than backing out and sticking in that comfort zone. Even though you moved out, you in your flat obviously didn't speak to anyone there. You didn't really go out much while you were living there. You've only kind of started hanging out with your uni friends after you stopped living in your uni accommodation.
Yeah. Well, I think no, I'm not saying Josh has like low willpower because I've done it myself. But I feel like if Josh didn't have the fact that he couldn't leave Birmingham, then he might have left his first year, or like at least wanted to leave his first year flat. Because you told me about the difficulties you had with the people there, didn't you?
It was. I didn't get on with my flatmates.
No.
Well, no, I got on with them. I like we didn't dislike each other. Just we never gelled. So it was. To be fair, yeah, I would live for those nights where I get to go out and see my course mates. Like actually being in the flat was pretty lonely.
Yeah. Because that was my thing. I was really lonely because I stayed in the flat till December,
Yeah.
and I didn't know everyone's names in the flat.
It was very empty as well because partially because it wasn't built.
I
Yeah.
wish I
Very
saw
just
your first year.
empty.
I've heard stories
It's-
about the state it was in.
I think
It's-
one of the
yeah.
main reasons why me and Owen went back home is because we still have like ties/anchors to home, aka relationships. Like
Yeah.
they keep you at home. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Like I chose that,
Yeah.
but like for you, it's a lot easier to just uproot your life and go to Birmingham
Yeah.
because you have no one like at home to
Yeah.
like have to come back to really, other than your family.
I wish my girlfriend felt that way. She's uprooting our lives.
You
She's
signed up for that when you met, though.
Yeah.
You both
Yeah.
you both agreed with
Have
that.
I told you?
Yeah.
You've not met her, have you? No.
No.
Damn.
See, Mace, if you weren't such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because you've never been to Birmingham.
Choices I make, eh?
Mm.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna circle back to Josh's question about like how music affects you, and kind of sharpen it to.
English terms.
Question is, because obviously, music has an effect on you in the way that you go back to where you were when you listened to it for the first time, when you listen to it again. If there was one song you could pinpoint that has like the strongest kind of emotional connotations, what would it be? Because it's not like a specific emotion, just that you listen to it, it makes you really fucking well up. You don't have to share why.
Probably trees.
Same.
Trees.
I have the what do you call it? Like the sound wave print
Yeah.
of trees on my
You do,
wall.
yeah.
In
It just
in my
it just
house.
hits different. And like I don't know, the vibe of that song just I don't know, it just hits you. I'm not good at English.
The vibe of that song.
I really don't know. I've just got so many. None that have like. I've never had a song that's changed my life, but I've always had songs allocated to moments in time.
Yeah.
Like, you know I've got quite good memory.
Yeah.
And it's partially because of the things I allocate to them,
Mm.
and songs is a big thing. Like, there's this band that I think when I was peak like playing on the PC, when we were all playing on the PC together, without Josh. The peak, my peak time.
The best time of my life.
Yeah, the best time.
When I was
there
sat
was
on
this
PS4 waiting.
there was this
Minecraft
song.
lobby.
There was this band, this indie band that I used to listen to, with you and Kaylee mostly.
Name drop.
Oh no.
What's the
God.
band called?
I forgot that lower than
Lower than
Lower than
lower
Atlantis.
than Atlantis,
Yeah, yeah.
Atlantis.
and
You love that band.
I love that band. So that might be one of them, but it's
Mm.
not like a life changing thing like you're saying. But that was probably one of my top memories because I remember I'd put it on with the Discord bot,
Mm.
and then we'd all just burst into song
Yeah.
Yeah.
every single time. It's like, dude, I don't even remember how it goes.
You don't have to sing it. don't
Yeah,
worry.
I'm not a very good singer, guys. Sorry.
Gonna get copyrighted by singing.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing so perfectly that it's copyright strike.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
What's yours, Elliot? What's your most emotional song?
I can't pinpoint
You
it.
emotionally connect to a lot of songs. So
Yeah,
I feel like
see-
it's very difficult for you.
This is the thing. Whereas my memory doesn't work in the way that other people do. Like people keep like photo albums and videos, and that's their way of like you watch it and you're like, oh, I remember that. But I will literally look at videos of me when I was a child all the way up until I was about 16, and I'm like, I don't know who that person is. I can't remember being in that position. Like I see myself back then as a completely different person, but I find my Spotify like playlist top songs is like a photo album for me because I'll go to that and I can listen to those songs and I remember memories in perfect like clear detail as I'm listening to them. So I've got top songs all the way back to 2015 of like top 100 every year, and I just love them because they're my essentially memories.
As an
I can-
anxious person, do you find yourself going back to some certain songs that like help you in a way?
That's a good question. So obviously 21 Pilots is definitely
Yeah,
good. For me, Kitchen Sink was my kind of
Yeah.
favorite emotional one. That had quite a good build up. Also, the regional at best songs,
True,
like
yeah.
Slow Town, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Those are all good. Fetty Wap.
No way.
Fetty Wap. That just
Is that what the build up was for? Like, did you say this?
Is those songs that kind of, I think everyone has songs that remind them of really negative events.
Mm.
Like you'll listen to like breakup songs and stuff. For me, some of those songs have become like my life anthems in a way, because even though like a year after when I'd listened to them, they would traumatize me because of the bad memories. But after I've kind of overcome and worked through that trauma, when I listen back to those songs, it's like it reminds me of how low I was at the time, but also the fact that how I've managed to work past
How
that.
far you've come. And that.
Yeah.
Was Fetty Wap like a sad memory?
No, it was not at all. I mean, so whenever I'm in a club and I hear 1738, I'm like, oh my
God. The
thing
god,
is,
I
though,
forget this song exists.
It's funny you should say that, because you know what that song reminds me of?
What?
And I think Mace might know. Year 7 Normandy trip when you were cheated on.
That's what I'm referring
Yeah.
to.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't know.
That's why I'm saying Fetty
Yeah.
Wap, because that obviously was like,
yeah.
I pinpoint that moment as kind of like the start of my
Yeah.
anxiety sort of
Yeah.
issues, because that was like a
God.
big break of trust and whatever.
That song got so annoying on that trip. It was played every single day on the bus, like when we'd go places.
It's like when I hear that, I just remember like the whole trip and everything, and the fact that I didn't go,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
1738.
This is why I can like never get a tattoo of like a band or like an album, because you know it's always there. Like you remember it in your head, so you don't need something like there to remember it. And like anything could happen with that band that could be just terrible, and then it looks like you're supporting that band. And
Yeah.
I don't give a damn.
that's
No-
why
no
it's,
regrets.
I want to get a tattoo, but it's so hard to get something.
It's
that's, like
like-
not.
It's like getting a tattoo of your girlfriend's name or something.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Something
that's,
bad.
that's
happens.
actually a cardinal sin.
That's the thing with if you get a tattoo though, you have to completely throw away that fear of commitment to something,
Mm.
because there is a good chance that whatever you're getting a tattoo of, unless you're playing it really safe and thinking about it for years before you get it done, that it's going to eventually change meaning at some point, and that could possibly be in a negative way. But if you think about that whenever you get a tattoo, like you're gonna end up with a bunch of shit, boring tattoos, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you don't get ones with meaning because you're too scared to commit to them, you're never gonna have a meaningful tattoo, are you? And if the meaning does change, like, so what? Like, you might regret it, but you'll eventually just be like, okay, that's
Yeah, that's true.
So
I hope
reminisce.
my tattoo doesn't come back to bite me in the ass.
Your
I
shitty
hope my
spin the wheel
I hope my
tattoo.
smiley face doesn't become like a symbol for the neo-Nazis or something.
I think pretty much anyone who has a lot of tattoos can point out all the ones that they hate,
Mm.
because it'll be like the ones they got when they were really young that
Yeah.
they thought had meaning at the time, but then they get older and they're like, well, shit, that was a stupid meaning and it's a waste of space now. Like my
Yeah.
boyfriend, he has two hand ones. He has one like here written in Latin, but the Latin is completely wrong because he like Google translated it or
Classic,
something.
Yeah.
So he's like, I hate this one because it's just completely wrong and it's cringe. And then he has another like stick and poke heart that he got done at like I don't know, a boat somewhere, completely random.
Does it say "Viva la vida"?
No, I don't even know what it says, but it is wrongly translated and he hates it. But I love those tattoos on him, even because I don't have the meaning associated with them. But
They
the
just look
fact,
cool.
yeah,
Bro,
they
I
look
want
cool.
I want a sleeve so bad.
You was telling me how you want like the physics sleeve that you want, where you got like constellations
Yeah.
and like fairies.
Yeah, yeah,
and-
yeah. I'm a nerd.
Oh.
I'm about as nerd as you can get. It's like all the classic.
Owen's favourite top is the body anatomy top.
I've not worn that in ages.
Yeah, but you did wear it every day for
Every
like 2
day.
years.
Hold me to this. I will get a tattoo before I'm 21,
Hold me to that
Yeah.
as well.
even if you have to come with me to get it. Because that's the only reason I've not got one by now is because I've not had someone like
Sure.
say, "Let's go get a tattoo."
Joint.
Come up to Birmingham, spin the wheel in the
We're
tattoo
not-
I'm not
Spinning
getting a
the
random
wheel.
one.
No, I'll do a joint tattoo. With
I'm,
you
I'm
guys.
building up to it, but now I'm like, well, what shop do I go to? And that's just another level of
Yeah.
thing.
Like, it's not that I don't know what I want to get. It's just the other anxiety of like, I don't know how to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know who to talk to. I don't know
Mm.
like where to go because I'm like, I don't want a bad one.
The
I don't
shop.
wanna-
Excuse me, I would like a tattoo, please.
One tattoo, please. I'd like one ticket to tattoo.
I didn't realize how expensive they were.
Yeah.
As a naive child, I was
You
like,
know, like a
it's
sleeve
like
is
£5.
a sleeve for like a proper top-notch sleeve, $3,000.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
See, that's why I want to get lots of just small ones that eventually build into a sleeve because it's like 50
Yeah.
quid.
I
for
mean,
a
my
little
one, it's like the size of a £2 coin. Cost me 40 quid.
Mm,
mm.
that's the thing.
Crazy.
Yeah, my sister has a flower on her arm. Actually, I think it's on this side of her arm.
What a
That was
unique concept.
80 quid. What? A unique concept. Yeah, I know.
Guys, I'm thinking about getting some roses and maybe a skull.
Yeah.
And maybe a clock face as well. What do we all think about that?
I'm thinking of getting the American Eagle on my back.
I mean, you chat shit about our basic tattoos, but
They're basic because people like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
there's nothing wrong with having something basic. And a lot of the time, a basic thing will have some more of a meaning to it. Like
Yeah.
my cousin, she has just one on her leg of like a robin, which you think, oh, it's just a bird. What a shit tattoo. Maybe I wonder if this person likes birds. But the reason it has a meaning to it is because it's a bird specifically from a like dinner table mat that my grandparents have.
Mm.
So her memory of that is every time she'd like come home from school, go to my grandparents, and they'd give a dinner on this table mat which had just a robin on it. So it
Mm.
looks generic and like a boring tattoo to everyone else, but to her it's got her whole childhood memory linked to it. So
I think we should all get a joint tattoo.
oh
That'll be
god,
funny,
Who's
I
the
think.
tattoo?
I think we should all go to Minecon when we're 18.
Oh god.
That was what we said once. We said we'd all go to a Minecraft convention when we turned 18.
Pretty
we're all
sure
now
we were
20.
drunk
Say
in the
that?
McDonald's toilets.
Can we go when we're all 21?
I don't know if they still do Minecon,
Guys, I
bro.
think we should all live together and share
Let's
incomes.
combine our incomes.
Let's live in a van.
Yeah, and combine
All
our
four of
incomes.
us live in a van.
Where's your plan of living on your yacht? How's that going?
I changed it to a van, and I'm still would like to do that.
Fair.
I do want to
I just
renovate a van.
Can't.
I love how you've stuck to that
Yeah,
ever since form.
you will find me in one
Yeah,
day
yeah.
with a camper van. It's not.
I
I may
respect
not.
your
I may not
commitment.
live in it. Like I'm not committed to the whole idea of I want to live on my own in a van,
It's very tiring.
and it's also probably quite lonely.
Yeah, true.
The reason I like the idea of that is because the idea of traveling and meeting new people all the time.
Mm.
But then, you know, I have friends, family, and a boyfriend that wouldn't really want to sit in the van with me and travel around the world. So you kind of have to. You'd have to leave them behind, wouldn't you?
I'd sit in the van with you.
Owen's banned from the
I'm
van
glad.
because he'll stink it up.
Yeah, no
No,
feet
no
in the
taking
van.
your shoes off in the van.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I'll get a house with a driveway big enough for a camper van. That's my plan. That's the
In
goal.
this economy,
This This is my own private.
Just make
Domicile.
the up house. Just put
Domicile
loads of
and up
balloons
around.
on your house, and you can just fly it around.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll get a house. I'll just rent it out whenever I'm not there, living in my van. That's the idea.
What? So, and then you decide to come back, and you're like, all right, leave.
Well, it'll be a temporary lease, obviously.
Okay.
Be like Airbnb it,
Yeah.
and then like, okay, I'm living here now. Fuck off.
I always love the fact that as a kid, like you look up at your parents, like, damn, they've got them lives sorted out. And then like as you grow up, they're just winging it the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm doing. I'm like, it's just like, pick a degree and spin the wheel.
At what point did the illusion of your parents being gods dissolve for you guys?
I don't think I
Um,
ever had it.
I don't
Never.
know. Probably
Probably like 15.
13 maybe.
Yeah.
Well, let me
something like
rephrase that. At what point in your life, when you were feeling sad, did you not go to your mum? You just kept it to yourself.
I never
Oh.
did that.
Never.
I never. I never really talked about it. I basically just kept it all in until I couldn't anymore, and then
As a male, I never get sad.
yeah,
We do not have emotions.
it is what it is.
Oh, I chose the wrong people to come on the podcast. No one wants to open up.
I unironically still say that though. It is what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah. I just
Well, it is though, isn't it? It is what it is.
well, what I do
Well-
is I hold it all up. This is true, by the way. I hold it all up, and then when I can't hold it anymore, I don't talk to anyone. What I do is I go into my toilet downstairs and I cry on the toilet, and then I get out and then I'm replenished for the next couple of weeks.
Until you do find yourself in the same position.
That's what most men do.
That's
Cry alone.
it stopped recently though because I'm currently living with my significant other.
Are you?
Yes.
Haven't you been doing that for like the past 4 years though?
Yeah, I mean, he's been
No.
bouncing around.
I've been officially living with her since February, I think.
Officially.
Well,
How's
like
that been?
it's been very relieving. I don't sleep on a sofa.
No manic children.
No manic children. I just have a manic girlfriend.
How official are we talking about? Are you saying like you've moved all your belongings to a house?
Most of my belongings.
Yeah.
You could put
Like,
all of his belongings in a bag.
I don't have many belongings. It's just basically my clothes.
What about your rock collection?
I brought my rocks.
Okay, well he's in. He's in. He's permanently moved in then. In
I
that
brought my-
case.
To anyone listening, which would be nobody, I'm an
Billy.
avid rock collector.
Legend has it, if Owen puts his rocks in a room, he owns that room.
They're not the rocks.
Yeah.
They're minerals.
That's him claiming squatters' rights, putting the
Yeah.
rocks down. This is my abode now.
Yeah.
His comfort rocks.
Ties himself to the rocks, so
So-
he can't be moved.
Is Macy not living in Sheffield now then?
No, she she was supposed to be moving out next year to somewhere else, but then she didn't want to anymore. So
Okay.
now, so
What,
now
she's
she's living at home next year.
But doesn't she like work in Sheffield?
She works in Rotherham,
Yeah.
but the distance to Rotherham from Sheffield is almost identical from her house to Rotherham. It's like the halfway point.
Oh, okay.
So, and she only goes to uni in small blocks, so actual university, because it's mostly placement.
Right.
So she only there's like a 4-week block where she has actual education, and that's only like twice a week.
She has a very different structured
Yeah.
university
Oh, it's
experience. than us,
midwifery.
like,
That's,
Yeah.
that's what I love
Course.
about uni is that everyone's courses are different.
So that's why she's living at home. It's cheaper, and she doesn't really like. She's on a midwifery course. They're all women, apart from one gay guy. And women are bitchy.
We need more
Gay
men in the
people,
midwifery.
gay men are
work scene.
bitchier than women. They're like women times 2. Sorry. Adam.
On
Uh,
record, by the way.
Yeah, remember when I said don't say anything like
Yeah, sorry, that was a generalization. But from what I have gathered from the people I know,
Bro's not even
it
joking.
is a correct
When
generalization.
I was at the train station this morning coming here, I was sat on a bench next to this very outwardly gay man, and he was just on the phone discussing his court case to a solicitor about like assault or something, just openly, just like blasting it for everyone on the platform to hear. Just, yeah, I want to talk about my case. Yeah, the gave like his case number and whatever. And it was like, yeah, so what? So the girl that I hit and all this. It was just outwardly telling everyone that he's got a court case for just beating up some girl.
Some people just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh god, we've officially run out of
Lowering
things to talk
conversation.
about.
Have a drink. How long have we been going for?
42. So
You guys thought you wouldn't have a conversation longer than a minute, and been going for about half an hour in blocks.
Can I
So
please tell my story, please?
yes,
Whereas
story
Jasper,
time.
Guys,
Dim the lights.
take a seat, everybody. This is a corker of a story.
we're all sat down.
Very extremely heavy content warning. Maybe edit this out. In fact, I just want to tell you all. And I
in
want-
that case, tell us.
And I want to
after
fit, but I want
recording.
it to feel like official. I want to be like I'm reporting.
Can we
the news
appreciate
to you.
the Brummie slang? An absolute corker of a story.
I don't think that's Brummie, is it?
Bro's committed various war crimes and is about to admit to them.
What's wrong with
Camera's
the camera?
overheating. It's
This
been
is
on
my-
too long.
This is Josh's
Pass it.
confession tape.
What do I do?
Just pass me the camera.
Oh my god, it's boiling.
I know, that's why it's turned off. Oh, crikey.
Crikey.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'll do it. How about I pour water on it?
I mean, it is a GoPro. It would survive.
Right, go on then. This is audio only now
yeah.
for the story time.
So I was recently relayed this story by one of my friends. So it's a story from a friend of a friend. So maybe take everything with a pinch of salt. But friend of said friend was traveling in Thailand solo. Apparently, he was there for like 2 weeks, just knocking about, doing whatever you do when you're traveling. And he started to get pretty lonely or whatever. And
Keep talking. I'm just going to put the aircon on.
apparently this guy he knew told him there's this like glory hole bar that you have to go to.
Oh god.
It's really good. And this guy was like, yeah, fuck it, because he's pretty lonely. So he thought he'll go get some action, whatever, have a good time, and then he'll just get back to traveling. So he went to this bar, this glory hole bar. Did what happens at a glory hole bar. He was on the receiving end. And he apparently, the way he described it was the most like mind-blowing head he's ever had, like life-changing head. Just absolutely insane, like triple Gork World Top 3000. So he just kept going back, like every night for like 2 weeks. This man was going to this
God.
glory hole bar, getting the best head of his life, absolutely loving it. And then time rolled around for him to leave Thailand or just that city or whatever. So he thought, you know what? I'll do the right thing. I'll try and find this girl. So
Is that the right thing?
so
It's probably some big guy or something.
so he goes to the barman at this bar and goes, can you like put me in contact with the girl at this that works this specific glory hole? I want to buy her a drink and say goodbye. And then the barman brutally informed him that it was not in fact a woman that was being sucking.
I called
his
it.
nut. It was.
What the fuck? Okay, that
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Oh
the
my God.
realization that we all came to. When
How
we
did
was
they
told this
teach him so young?
story. He must have been doing it for years, which is even worse. When you think about that.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm flabbergasted.
Like when I was told that story, I had the same expectation. Like, oh no, it's gonna be a man, or
Or like a
oh,
chick with
it's,
a dick.
It's gonna be an old lady with just like no teeth.
I
and
thought you were
gums.
building up like a funny story, not like a
That is
traumatizing.
That's actually
No,
horrifying.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely not going in
Did
the
he-
video.
Did he then go for another?
apparently he's been like traumatized and like.
So this
it's
is someone that you know by extension.
I've never met this guy. It's my friend told me that her friend had this happen to them.
Right. Fucking hell.
That what do you do after that?
So in Thailand.
In Thailand, yeah.
That's,
Why did the guy tell him? Like,
Why did
is
they
that
remove his
legal in
teeth?
Thailand?
He's probably normal.
To make it better because
Because he was literally grown to be a sex slave in that
Yeah.
case, isn't it?
Fuck.
everyone says
Yeah.
gummy blowjobs are better. That's why you get grannies. Because the teeth.
So where do we go from here?
I don't know. man.
That's
That's why I wanted to
horrifying.
say it here, just to see it thud in the middle of the table.
Actually horrifying.
Fucking hell. bro.
It's crazy that stuff happens around the world.
I know.
Yeah, where was it, by the way?
This is on record.
My name is Mace.
Guys,
Where
for
is it?
for our holiday this summer, I think we should go to Thailand.
Oh my god. I don't want to step foot in that country now.
I think we should do a put a hashtag stop gummy blowjobs, and then
We should post this on our Instagram.
I think I'll make a
We
big
need to stop
change.
this.
Make a big change around the world.
Stop gummy blowjobs.
What the
Can't
fuck?
be having this. Did you know that?
This should definitely stay on the podcast.
You know, at the start when we were talking about, and it's got footage that can cancel us all.
Yeah.
You
We
just
made
gave me
more.
It's fine. We're
anymore.
we're removed from this story. This can't affect us. We was not the ones in Thailand,
No.
nor were we the.
But we
11-year-olds.
did just make lots of jokes
I
about
must.
it.
I
Yeah.
do feel like that guy must feel like mortified
Yeah.
Yeah.
because like he's technically just.
What I'm trying to get is why did the guy tell him that? Like, surely that's not legal. It's like sex slavery is not legal in Thailand. So why would he openly tell him that that's what?
Yeah, but sex slavery is like majorly overlooked.
Yeah.
It's like
They probably just don't care.
It'll be a major thing in Thailand.
the
with it,
police
so-
definitely go there and get some.
Probably.
Probably a lot of people like would want to know that information, and it would, they would actually enjoy knowing that. It's probably
That's the worst part.
yeah.
You say a lot of people.
They're probably like bragging about it. They're probably like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was our little pet.
Yeah, that's the worst. That is the worst.
I would
part.
like to move on from this
I would,
conversation.
yeah, this is a really disturbing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt so disturbed by
I know.
a story I've been told before. Fucking
know,
hell,
it
that
was
really did
awful.
fud.
We got told it at a party I was at the other day. We was all just at my mate's
Did he
birthday
just
party.
ruin the vibe instantly?
Did the
with that
record just
story?
go? There was like a record play.
Well, my mate whose birthday it was, he was telling us all night, oh, when my housemate comes home, you have to get her to tell you this story. This story is insane. You will not believe it. Just kept going on about, oh, I hope Kitty comes home soon so she can tell us the story. And then as soon as she walked through the door, he goes, Kitty, tell everyone the story. So everyone was like preparing to get a good laugh in. And then she says it, and the vibe at the party just goes, wow.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So we all just start. I mean, everyone like chuckles because like just pure disbelief. We're waiting for like a punchline or something where she goes,
Just kidding.
joking. So we all like laughed just like nervously. But then when we realised that's the extent of the story, it was just a bit. Can we maybe like turn the music up a little bit? Try to drown this voice out of
is-
my head.
That's
This is
horrifying.
incredibly off topic, which is probably a good thing.
Go, yeah.
This
No
aircon
intention, no
is so nice.
It is very.
I know. Told you you'd be sweating. But
Yeah.
Gotta change
We
battery.
don't-
Elliot, did you actually have any like questions lined up for
I
us?
do, yeah.
Because yeah,
Interview.
I've asked Josh kind of most of them already.
Mhm.
There were some that I didn't fit in because I was there. I had to rush off.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll ask you guys.
I'm a bit scared
questions
now.
lined up. They're not particularly oversharing.
Where were you on the night of the murder?
What did you do back in the 80s? The suspense.
I was in my dad's balls.
In the 80s. Bro, you were sat around in there for a good 20 years.
Just chilling around.
Yeah.
That's why he came out looking like a 50-year-old.
Do you make more sperm, or are we like women
That's the
where
try.
all of the sperm we'll ever have is in our balls now?
We make like 16
You
million
produce,
sperm,
yeah,
sperm a day or
so
something.
much of it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why your balls fill up.
So why can't women just do that? Why do they have a finite amount of eggs? Why do they get nerfed
Because
like that?
God hates women. He made them second.
They ate the apple.
Yeah.
Damn it, Eve.
That is a bit stupid though. Why do they have just like 3 eggs? Well, at least 3.
3 eggs.
I don't know.
Man who is not educated on women anatomy.
Has 3
old.
periods at like the age
I
of
meant to say-
11. Oh, I've missed my chance.
At least 3.
But how do
There
they
you go.
fit millions of eggs inside those little ovaries?
To be fair, like it's not like they can give like.
That'll be one tiny ass omelette.
It's a bit different though, because like, oh my god, we
Okay,
can just
so
walk
this whole
around.
chunk reached for me, right?
Yeah, we can just walk around and have like infinite babies, but like women have like their bodies can't
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, like women stop being able to get pregnant at like 40. Men can have kids infinitely. Like so a lot of men will go infertile
Infertile.
in like their 50s or 60s, but it's quite common for men to have babies in their 70s,
Mm.
and a lot of men can have babies up until they die. It's
Well,
crazy.
you know Theon.
But just
Theo
built
Von,
different.
his
Theo
dad was
Von.
like 70 when he
Yeah.
had Theo Von. Yeah.
Bonkers.
Shall I get the questions out?
Yes,
And now
please.
back to the PG section.
Welcome back. We just had a commercial break. I need a piss.
Should get that on record.
I have wet
Josh
my
needs
whistle.
a piss.
It's on the mic.
Should we do some karaoke?
No.
Summer
I'm a
loving,
creep,
having a blast.
'cause I've been told.
I asked this one to Josh while I was down in Birmingham, so this is just directed at
Can I
you
answer
two.
again?
Are you supposed to have your
You
phone?
changed your answer.
After the recording, because we're running out of
Are
time.
you supposed to have your
yeah.
phone that close to
worry.
the,
You said
the
yeah,
mic?
just hold it away a bit.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So
Live
I don't
flash
think the
before
camera
his
got
eyes.
whoa! Yeah, that was loud. Okay.
Direct
Nearly
to
just
where
went
all the wires
disastrously.
were going.
Yeah, I mean it's empty,
Oh, is it?
so
Oh, that's not as good.
it's not as good.
Edit
no.
some water in.
I'll ask you first,
Why am I nervous?
Who's you?
Mace.
Oh.
I looked at him.
Okay, I was looking over.
While
him.
you're answering these questions, by the way, just imagine cinematic music building in the
Yeah.
background. It'll help you.
Does
get,
my name card
inspirational-
come up?
Do, do,
interviewing.
do, 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 do. Dum, dum.
Let me ask the question. What's something that you've never done but easily could have done by now, which you only haven't because of a lack of confidence?
That's a hard question because
Oh.
it's not lack of confidence. It's more just like pure laziness. I don't know because like I'm never really nervous to do things. I'm trying to think of an actual something.
Surely there's something that you kind of always kind of in the back of your head be like, I want to do that, and you easily could do it, but you've just been like, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous to do that.
I've always wanted to act in a play. This might be kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
hell?
Mace never struck me as a
Yeah,
drama
no.
guy.
Should have done the pantomime with me.
I would have loved to do it. I just didn't. I don't know why. Like, cause I don't know.
Still, some of the like best experiences came from like doing those sort of
Yeah.
things because it's like the scariest thing to do, but the adrenaline rush when you get off stage, I've never experienced anything like it.
To be able to like act and
So
or like
fun.
do like a fully choreographed dance, it seems very appealing. Don't know why.
Did you enjoy doing like drama and dance at school?
Yeah, yeah, I loved it.
How come you didn't do them then, GCSE?
I don't know. I just
Is that
Didn't want to be bullied.
the answer to
Yeah,
my
it's just-
question then?
it's just
That's something you were embarrassed by?
yeah. Like
Damn.
my brain just goes, that's cringe.
That's cringe.
That's
I'll build
crazy.
buildings instead.
Yeah. I actually love doing that though.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't think you were that at all. And I've known you for what? 8, 9 years?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
To be honest, yeah. I
I
kind of I remember talking to you about things like that in the past, but I didn't think you would like. I remember you saying you wanted to do like
Yeah.
dance, but I didn't think drama.
I don't think I ever will either. It's just one of them things that like I'd like to do, but I won't.
I never thought I'd do boxing.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Was
He
that
was
fun? I
really
forgot-
good. He was a natural, man.
Yeah, he
picked
wasn't
it up very
climbing.
quick.
He just like flew up the walls.
Yeah, I was saying to Elliot, he's got like the perfect body
Yeah.
type for
Yeah,
climbing.
He has to get nerfed by anxiety.
I'm
that's
gonna
what
cut
it
that.
is.
I'm gonna cut that where you say he's got
He's
like
got
the
the
perfect
perfect
body.
I'll just say it now. Elliot has the perfect body.
On record.
There you go. Now you don't have to do editing.
It was funny though. He couldn't get the gayness out of him. It's just in his DNA. When he was boxing, he was dancing as he was saying the punches, and just like
It was not like
What,
that.
what got
okay?
you to do? What got you to do boxing?
Watch my film and you'll find
Yeah,
out.
there you go. I don't
Sponsored.
think we ever actually went into that though. You never actually asked me why I
I
started.
did.
Did you?
It's in there.
Oh.
You talked
Oh.
about like when you came down, how you went to sports nights and stuff.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Do you like
But,
just
like, I
punching people in
started,
the
I
face?
started like actually started boxing way before that. I started in I don't know. I got like a punch bag and hung it up in like my shed when I was like 14 or whatever. Never really used it, but then what actually like just sparked my interest in it was the start of the YouTube boxing era. You know, like when KSI fought Joe Weller.
Yeah.
And also because I was very overweight still at that time, I saw KSI lost loads of weight by boxing. And I was like, oh, I could do that. So then I started doing it just as like a workout, like boxercise or whatever, looking up like boxing workouts, and then discovered that I just actually really enjoy doing it. And ever since it's been like because it's the only form of exercise that I've ever found that I actually enjoyed. That I'm not going, oh, when's this going to be over while I'm doing it. So ever since it's been not only my form of exercise, also like my release of just getting everything out, like the release of anger build-up and whatever. But also, I enjoy knowing that now in a room with any average person, I could beat them up. not like a
That is
power, not like
most
a
Josh
power
thing he's
trip,
ever said.
not like a power trip way. In like the being secure, like feeling secure and not anxious. Like anyone who's got no fighting experience. When I had no fighting experience, I'd just be around thinking, anyone could beat me up right now. But
Is
now
that like a thing, like a fear that people have?
it's what a lot of people have.
What?
I
that
just-
at any moment, someone could just beat me up.
A lot of a lot
But
of
like, do you not feel like you would just be a lot more secure and calm if you knew how to handle yourself?
I'm
if
very
something
confident in my ability to run really fast. That's kind of what I think about.
a lot of women actually feel that. I've heard a lot
You're
about.
calling me a woman, mate.
Yes.
He
I've
could beat you up, you know.
I've heard.
He feels Josh is confident enough that he could beat
Yeah.
anyone in a room, but if his masculinity is questioned, that's when he's terrified.
If his girlfriend starts doing OnlyFans, nah, it's done. It's done.
Yeah, some women talk about how in relationships they're like, in relationships they're play fighting with their like significant other, and then like they realize that when they've got them in like a lock, they realize there's literally nothing they can do, and it actually scares them of like men in
Yeah.
general. The fact that there's nothing that person could do if, and I'm like, damn, I guess I can
I do
see that
get
as a
that.
real
Yeah.
thing to be scared of because
Mm.
I'm quite a bulky man, and I feel like I can hold my own even with little experience in fighting because of my
No.
stature.
I
Apart from
just
Josh,
think everyone should be able. I think everyone should have some basic like fighting experience or just any way to like defend themselves. Because even if you never need it, it's the quote that Joe Rogan always says: "It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war."
Or just move to America and have a gun on you. All day.
it's actually funny that boxing got brought up because if you were gonna ask me that question too, my answer would be that I've always wanted to learn something like a fight, like a boxing,
martial art.
Mm.
When I was younger, I did taekwondo for a bit, very short time, and I was just too nervous to go. I actually went with Braden. Obviously, I won't name drop his full name.
Still
I-
name dropped anyway.
Yeah. Well, oh no.
What even
Now they
was
know
his-
Braden.
What even was his second name? I forgot.
It's a
Same as his.
Same as
Is
mine.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Technically, it's not now. But anyway, then we're actually name dropping.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So your thing that you want to do is just
Yeah. Boxing.
I was saying to Elliot when I come back for the summer in like July, so I don't because as is very visible, I've packed on the pounds again. So at the moment, I'm trying to become fitter and get back into it all.
You know
it's,
what?
it's hard at the moment because of exams and everything. But I was over the summer, so it doesn't get worse. I don't want to be just completely inactive again. So I was saying I was gonna join just for the summer a boxing club down here, and you expressed interest.
I'd
the
happily do
same.
that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that you should say that you're putting on the pounds because I know exactly why.
Why?
Because you're comfortable with your girlfriend.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
That's what
The curse.
that is.
It's
it, man.
the curse.
I don't have anyone to impress anymore,
Yeah.
so I'm just like, yeah, whatever. And also, it's that mentality change, but also the fact that when you're just chilling out, the two of you, and you're like, oh, what should we do tonight? Just
Pizza.
get a takeaway and watch a film.
Yeah.
So then you end up just getting takeaways
Yeah.
like 3 times a
I've
week.
started baking with my
Whoa.
girlfriend,
Whoa.
and we have cookies all the time because they're just so good. It's like, let's make some cookies, just eat the whole thing.
I cook every single day. I'm basically Macy and Kelly's chef because I just love cooking.
Yeah, Del makes me cook for her all the time. But every time I do, the whole while, she's there just picking, going, oh, is that right? Are you meant to be doing that? Is it meant to look like
I
that?
do that. No, I
Shut up. Don't ask me to cook for you if you're going to judge me the whole time.
I do that with Macy. I go, Macy, why don't you cook for once? And then she cooks, and I'm like, well, you could do this. You could. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it.
That's what Leon's like with me.
Oh,
Cooking is
it's just I need perfection,
Mm.
especially
I
cooking.
can't cook. Still, I can make spag
Bro,
bowl.
do you burn the pasta still?
No,
I've been
Sometimes-
expanding my horizons with
I've been
cooking
trying
lately.
to, but
The
Yeah.
whole first year, I just made like pesto pasta and like burgers. But, like,
You're making pesto pizza when I came down. You've not really come very far.
no, like, I'm doing more proper home cooked stuff, and I feel competent in the kitchen. The whole like first year of uni, I was terrified to be in my kitchen because like it was the first time I was ever cooking in front of people. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna burn the house down. I'm gonna do something wrong. Everyone's judging me. Oh god, I was so scared to cook, but now I know what I'm doing in the
I'm always
kitchen.
I'm always cooking like massive meals for like Macy's grandparents come over Wednesdays, and I always cook like a big dinner for them. I made like a full slow roast beef dinner the other week.
You're quite good at cooking like mass.
Yeah,
Food
Yeah, well, I've
preparation.
cooked for my family.
You
I've
like
got
consider
7.
being a cook, in like a chef.
I thought you were trying to do like a double entendre there.
Not that.
So
kind
is
of
that what
cook.
it's like to be a cook?
A chef.
I remember when we went on holiday to
Oh,
Stoke-on-Trent or whatever. Yeah, and you cooked that first night like whatever it was, like
Yeah.
Tagliatelle.
carbonara. or whatever.
It was Alfredo.
Alfredo. Yeah,
Oh, in schlop.
but and, like you made loads, but that meant that you got like the serving sizes wrong. So,
Yeah.
but like the last person to get it plated up had
Yeah.
like one strand curled
Yeah.
around on the plate.
The thing is, it was that was not how I usually cook. I
No.
can usually cook better than that, but the pan was I could maybe cook 4 people's dinner comfortably in that pan,
You had to get like 2 massive
Yeah.
pans out and spread it out between
Yeah.
them, and it was all piled up. As
and it
well.
was still not enough.
You
I mean,
also
that-
had like 6 people going, I want my
Yeah.
food.
Yeah,
We did
And
leave
then-
it late.
yeah. So that wasn't the full skill.
I mean, you did great to say that you managed to cook
Yeah,
for
it's very- it's
8.
very
What
yummy.
was it, like 8 people?
8 people, yeah.
Like I can only back cook for 4 max. When it's like
Yeah.
cooking Christmas dinners and stuff, I'm like, nope.
Thank you
Yeah.
for making us dinner, Owen.
Yeah.
It's alright.
3 years later,
Do you have any more questions?
I do.
It's got, that's one question.
one question.
Oh, interference.
Interference.
Oh, it's gone now.
Oh,
Sounds like
Yeah.
an old router.
Do you have any regrets? Why are you looking like that?
no,
I live with no regrets, and I'm exempt from this question.
no regrets.
You've got no regrets?
No,
Anything that you
regrets.
did regret at some point?
I don't know. There's definitely things I regret,
Hmm.
but not off the top. None that's like completely.
Do you think there's anything that would have been a massive kind of turning point in your life? Like you would have gone down a completely different path if you chose to do it?
I was supposed to go to a different school. In I was supposed to go to a private secondary school
Right.
because
that-
I got a
that's-
scholarship.
That's kind of like a thing that was out of your control, though. I feel like
No, I
Earlier
chose
you
because
chose for school.
well no
I forget your
because
memory goes
Yeah.
back that far.
because I had a scholarship there because of my grades.
At secondary school.
I had a scholarship at secondary school
Earlier,
to go into secondary school.
earlier you mentioned you should have gone to Is that a regret?
That's not a. It's not a regret because I don't know what the outcome would have been.
Yeah, but it's one of those things
A
where it's like
possibility.
it
Yeah.
could have been a different life if you'd
Yeah.
gone down that path. Yeah, I don't see that as a regret either.
No.
Like because I don't feel that I'm any worse off. I feel like I had a tougher time during that
Mm.
period that I probably might not have had
You-
if I'd
you-
gone.
You wouldn't be you now. If,
I just
Yeah.
wish I became self-aware sooner. I wish I developed consciousness earlier because it meant that the whole like secondary school teenager experience everyone else had, I just didn't have because I was an little NPC, just not interacting with anyone. So it meant I had to experience it all
now.
at uni. Yeah, now like 7 years behind all of my peers, and it all had to be crammed into like 2 months, and it was very like, oh my god.
Overwhelming.
What have I and also like I think where could I if I had more knowledge and experience where I would be now, maybe I would be a better person.
You know,
But who knows?
this is a bit deep, but one thing I kind of sometimes regret, not currently, but sometimes I regret just continuing to live
Bro.
because it's not even being depressed. I'm not depressed, but I'm
I'm
tired.
not depressed, guys, I promise.
I'm tired, and I know that everything I went through, if I did something sooner, I wouldn't have to. And I'm not suicidal at all. I'm not depressed anymore. I'm happy with my life. But it's just, things are tiring when you're getting older. And, yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Sorry for dropping that.
No, thank
Yeah.
you for sharing that.
But, like, obviously there's also the other side to it, as I've regretted that I've actually tried to do that before. But then there's it's a duality because I regret not doing it because of the stuff that I could have avoided, but then also I regret trying to because of the stuff that I've achieved. So yeah, I got a bit deep there, but
That's
Good.
going in.
yeah,
That's going in. I was sat there watching like this is going to be so good with some motivational music.
yeah.
Yeah, when I
Gary's
asked
eyes widened.
when I asked like, do you have any regrets? I did not expect you to drop the bomb of not ending my life sooner.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
No, but
Okay.
I had to clarify that wasn't.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean that I'm unhappy at
Yeah.
all. It just means that
I get what you mean.
it's just.
we understand.
I'm sure you guys are just tired.
You have periods in life where it's like I had a way out
Yeah.
from all of this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why didn't I take it? But then later, I'm glad I didn't.
That option's always there still.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets harder as you get older though, because you have more to live for.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the things that I live for are the things that have stopped me before.
Mm.
What was I gonna say?
That's all right.
I forgot.
I'll bring out another question. Why are you thinking?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Bro, interfering again. I think it's stopped now, but
I don't know. A lot of my questions are kind of repeats.
yeah.
What's your plans for after uni?
I've got so many plans. I've got so many plans. You can go
I'm-
first. You don't know anything.
I don't know what I'm doing. Growing older is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Bro's
still winging it, and I think I will still be winging it when I'm like 30.
Mace's fluked every single week of his life.
Yeah, and
Have you ever?
it's worked.
Have you ever had a day where you go, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing today"?
Do you find that makes you anxious?
It
I
is
don't
what
know,
it is.
I'm wrapped in so many layers of, I don't know, me, that I don't even know who I am anymore. And when I wake up, I just go, yeah, today is a day. And then I blink, and then it's the
You
next
sound
day.
deeply depressed.
Yeah, that is very different.
The way that he's talking right now, it's like, God damn. This man is begging for help
So
without saying
Nah,
anything.
I'm fine.
You should read my anthology. For an assignment, I recently had to create an anthology about people who feel disconnected from their own lives. You should
I'm
read it.
illiterate.
I never learned how to read.
You really should
Goddamn.
actually get tested for dyslexia.
Nah, I'll be fine.
I don't think he needs to.
Yeah,
His
But-
test is that he's illiterate.
I'm just chronically
That's the
stupid.
proof.
you're not though.
I don't think you have dyslexia. You're the one that just can't write.
Yeah. We never had pen license. so-
Dyspraxia.
I'm not even on about your handwriting. I mean, just like your grammar and stuff when you're
Bro,
writing.
your
Yeah.
handwriting, it actually looks like I don't even know how to explain it.
Hieroglyphs.
I think-
Yeah,
Isn't there another kind of similar thing to dyslexia of like, right? Is it like dyspraxia? Is that something that I'm thinking
think-
of?
I just said dyspraxia, but I don't know if it is that.
I don't. Yeah, it sounds like something like. I think there is a thing similar to dyslexia. That rather than you struggle with reading, it's like the opposite. You struggle to write
Yeah,
because of the way that words form in your head. But
I
Leon has
just- I can't
dyslexia.
convey
90% sure.
the things that I'm thinking, so I can't write it. It's like just gibberish. Erin?
me. Right. So my short-term plan.
Autism mode right now. Full lie.
I'll rephrase my question. Rather than like tell me your entire plan, it's just like, do you have a plan for your life? Is that something that you
I
feel you
wanted
need?
to tell you my whole plan.
I'm sure you did,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna put your life story in.
No, not my
thing,
whole.
that's the thing.
I don't mean till I'm 30 or like 40. I just meant till I finished education.
Still, it's just like, I don't want to cut you off, but in the fact that we've got like
Yeah,
only
yeah,
a few
yeah,
minutes
yeah.
left, I'm not going to put things about just you telling personally what you're doing. It's more just kind of abstract. Like, do you
Yes, I
feel
know
the
what
need
I'm
to?
doing.
Yeah.
I feel like
Right.
that comes with his like autism though. Like he has to have a plan.
Is that how you feel? Like you have to have a plan, otherwise it causes you anxiety.
I have a plan every day. Well, it's kind of lessened a bit because when I was younger, and I say younger, 3 years ago, maybe 4, I used to have my time app, my stopwatch app for my entire day. I'd have a 2-minute. I'd have my wake up time, and then I'd have a 5-minute timer for my break window while being awake in bed. Then I'd have a 2-minute timer before I can go and brush my teeth, and then I'd have 2 minutes to brush my teeth, and then I'd have 10-minute shower, and these would all be timed on my phone, and then I'd time getting ready 5 minutes, time my breakfast 15 minutes.
Was that like an everyday thing? You had to stick to that
every
schedule?
single day.
Yeah.
Would you ever get anxious if like the plan deviated from that?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I'd spiral. It would, and sometimes I'd even I'd fake being ill because I'd missed a time.
I think
you
you're
probably like were like ill, like because you're like getting all like
yeah.
It meant would affect you mentally. I think out of us four, you're obviously the kind of the extreme case here of just like being affected by having to plan and stuff, obviously because of autism and OCD sort of things.
Yeah, well, I was really worried earlier in the year because my plan was that I'd do a summer internship, and for an internship for the next year, you really got to do it before December by the latest. And I'd put in my things for about 20 different summer programs for engineering throughout September, October, November, and every single one came back. We have decided not to go through any further, and it was stressing me out because it meant that I didn't have any stuff to do over summer, and that was my plan, to do stuff over summer. But then it also was like, but then the spiraling is, if I don't get that, I don't get the experience, which means that I'd have one step down from any other person there I'd also trying to employ, and then this, that, and the other. And then I got really stressed about it. But then...
sounds like you could do with a break for summer.
No, I must push further.
Do you ever schedule breaks? Do you ever give yourself time to do nothing?
No. Sometimes. No, I don't know. Not really.
Do you find it hard to like give yourself permission to not be productive?
I genuinely feel anxious when I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got 5 days of not doing anything. So I've got, at the moment I'm revising for my last exam on Friday. I've got nothing to do. I'm going out Saturday to celebrate, but Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so 4 days, I've got nothing to do. And it's actually me panicking the fact that there's nothing to do. And I'm like, maybe I can play on the new Zelda, but then I can't waste my whole day doing Zelda. Oh wait, I can. It's 4-day break.
Yeah.
But then, but then I'll start, because I did end up getting an internship. I actually got it really late, like April time, because it's part of my university. I'm an intern for some doctorate research.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. We're doing.
The guy just came in. He's left now, but he just
Yeah.
came in.
Yeah, we're doing it's like biomedical engineering, using nano tweezers on proteins and analyzing them using like fluid sensors and stuff. And
Some
I've
people
got to
Way too
program.
smart.
I've got to program. I've got to program a interface that holds all the different like systems they're using into one thing.
Bro's going into jargon now, industry jargon.
Yeah,
Some straight gobbledygook.
yeah.
Me when I pull out the nano tweezers.
I wish I had that motivation to do work. After like 5 minutes of doing work, I'll just
my,
doom scroll on
my
Instagram.
productivity like not receptors, producers are fried. I
So
can't.
hard.
I can't. This year has been an entire write-off for me. I'm half in the mind of just doing what Michael did and just retaking the year, because I think I went to like 5 lectures this year.
If you do that, don't do what Michael does
I'm
and
not
actually
gonna
do something.
Yeah.
I'm not actually going to do it, because I don't want just to do nothing and get another year's worth of debt. I'm doing well enough. Like my average is still pretty good, but I mean, who knows what's going to happen this round of assignment? Because I've not handed anything in yet, because I had to get extensions. I told you about this, because my laptop, my original laptop that I've had since like year 12, just decided recently to fully stop charging. So I just opened it, no warning signs or whatever. It was completely fine. Then one day it wasn't. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm without a laptop. Tried to get it repaired, took it to Curry's, and they said, Well, one, you would have to pay £60 just to send it off to the repair place, and then once it's there, they'll ring you and tell you how much the repair is actually going to be. And they said due to like the nature of the issue, it could just end up being more than it would be to just buy a new laptop. So I thought, fuck it, I'm overdue a laptop anyway. I'll just buy a new one. Went into my savings, bought this really good laptop. I found it online. It was like 600 quid, but with everything, it was like refurbished. So what was in it? It should have been like 1.2 grand. It was really good. Came, was working beautifully, absolutely loving it. And then it crashed on like the first day, and I was like, oh, this is a bit worrisome, but I'll just hope that it's growing pains, and like not everything's properly installed and updated. After updating everything, it'll hopefully settle in, and then it started to crash again and again and again. And
Was
I
it
thought,
like overheating or
this
something?
laptop's fucked. No, it was like, I thought it was an issue with Windows because it was like a Windows blue screen, and I looked up the error codes, tried everything that I could find online to fix it, and nothing was working. And the only thing that was left that it was saying it could be is an issue with like the hard drive connections. So I thought, well, I'm gonna have to send this one back and get a new one. So I've finally done that now. The place I bought it from was so dodgy; they did not want to give me a refund. But I got a new laptop, which thankfully is working fine. But it meant that for like 3 weeks, pretty much, I had no laptop, so I couldn't do any of my work.
You did get your extension, didn't you?
Yeah, I applied for extensions for everything, but it means that I'm still just so far behind. Everything's due in like a week now, and I've done 1 out of 4 of the assignments, so I've got to do like 3 essays in 7 days.
Jesus
It's gonna
Christ.
be
burnt
It's
out.
gonna be, yeah. And I've got quite a bit going on. Like on Friday, my girlfriend is having her leaving party. So that's
How
gonna
are you finding that? Very personal. Cut it out.
It's my brain is like refusing to process it and accept. I'm not gonna accept it's happened until a week after she's gone. Realistically, like my brain is just not letting it sink in that in a month's time exactly today, the 24th of June, is our expiration date.
Damn.
That's probably the best way to go about it, because if you think about it now, you're just going to be dwelling on the fact, and it'll put it down. You may as well just
Enjoy
just
it
live
now.
in the moment.
Is there no discussion of getting back once the year's done?
That's what we're both hoping. However, we both know a lot can change in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time.
A year is a long time. Like this time last year, obviously I didn't know Dylan. I was in a very different place. So in a year, either I could meet someone new. She could meet someone new while she's over there, surrounded by hot Australian surfer dudes, or she could come back, like, and the distance could make her change her mind. Either she's not ready for a relationship, or the break made her realise, we're not that compatible or whatever. So it's very up in the air, but we're both very like what's meant to be will be, and we hope that this will work out. But
I don't think you should worry too much about her getting with someone, because if the problem is the fact that you weren't able to get with each other due to your lack of time,
yeah,
well, she's only going there for a year,
yeah.
so she's not going to make any long-term relations.
She'll have to do the same thing all over again
Yeah,
when she then
exactly.
comes back next year.
Exactly. So really, it's up to you.
It's up to me whether
Yeah.
I'm nervous for the summer because one or two things can happen. You're going to see year 11 Josh just absolutely depressed, not talking to anyone, or I'm just going to have the biggest like hoe phase addiction problems, just trying to just avoid everything. So it's going to be an interesting one. Stay tuned.
I know how to deal with that, Josh. I'll sort you out.
I didn't ask you that question. I just asked them when you were down in Birmingham. What are you kind of planning after uni?
Don't know yet. I'm gonna. I wanted to get one of my. I signed up for this thing for next year. Instead of one of my modules, I could do a professional skills module, which is just an apprenticeship for like 2 weeks. That you have to do like an assignment around and stuff. But I thought I could do that, and that might hopefully get me an opening for when uni's finished. I can just, if it's good, I can go back to them or use that as like networking or whatever. But that just completely fell through, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I really need to just, because at the moment I have nothing on my CV at all. I have my 1 week work experience in year 11 and a month at KFC. So I really just need to start making myself employable, and luckily that's what like third year of uni is for, really. Like there's a big massive careers department that you go through in third year.
A CV doesn't
This is
really.
terrifying because I'm a year behind, so this will be me in a year.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for that.
You're in,
A CV doesn't really mean anything though. It's more the networking you get while you're
Yeah.
at uni. Even if you leave with nothing on your CV other than the qualification, you spend the time at uni to obviously get to know everyone in the industry. Is the kind of
Yeah.
idea.
that's half true, and it's true for most subjects. But engineering is very CV heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but everyone is at a point in their life where they've only got a qualification and no industry experience.
Yeah.
So
I
the
think-
the thing that gets you in isn't the qualification necessarily.
with me finishing uni is especially hard because there's not really a industry that my degree leads into. Like engineering, you go into the engineering field, right?
Yeah.
Creative writing, you have to find a random job while you write and then just use that in the background. Like it's not like a follow through sort of thing. So I'm very much like out in the water, and who knows what, but I in the back of my mind I always have emergency masters. If I don't know what I'm doing by the end of third year, masters button, yeah, just
Postpone it for a
put
year.
it off for another year.
That was
Yeah,
that was
the
my
debt button.
my
Yeah.
thought originally, but I'm actually getting a master's for a reason now, rather than just an extra year to decide. Because
Well,
obviously,
for engineering, it's different.
yeah,
for math- You actually get
engineering.
recognised.
I don't think I'll do a master's in creative writing though.
No.
But like the good thing about English is that it's a lot of other fields take from English because you get a lot of like transferable skills.
Yeah.
So I'll do a master's in another subject related to what I want to do, but probably more like industry focused, like something that's actually useful, because I've got the skills from the actual like undergraduate, and then I hope just for masters actually do something that might make me get a
Yeah.
job.
Well, that's actually why.
Because a master's in creative writing would be the biggest waste of time.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's actually why I chose mechanical engineering, because I knew from before uni started I wanted to do aerospace.
Yeah.
But if I got a degree in aerospace, even though there are transferable skills to other departments, it's very 1D.
Yeah.
And like it's direct to where I want to go,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't give me much wiggle room. So mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering is basically the broadest aspect of engineering,
Yeah.
and then in my masters I can specialize.
Mm.
So I'm thinking of there's somewhere in London. There's Uni of Nuts, that it's a bit of a heinous thing to do to go from NTU to Uni of.
Just betraying your
yeah.
loyalties.
But they do aerospace engineering as a master's degree.
Yeah.
It's good there as well.
Yeah, but there's actually also London that do a master's in propulsion engineering, which is exactly what I want to go into.
Mm.
But it's London,
Mm.
so I have to think. These are the things I got to think about
Yeah.
before December.
I mean, my hand is kind of forced in that I can't move home again after uni. I'm gonna have to stay in Birmingham because I don't have a room in my parents' house.
Never stop me.
Yeah, but I don't want to sleep on the sofa, mate. So I'm hoping I'll either do a masters, or if not, I end up just getting a job or whatever.
Combine our incomes.
Hopefully, like some other people will stay in Birmingham, and I can just stay in
Mm.
student housing.
Do we have time for any more questions?
I've not really got any more questions, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No.
I mean, yeah, we've got about 5 minutes left, I'd say. My bum is
Mhm.
numb and I need to pee.
I'm wiggling, so I need a piss. So
Yeah. I
I'm
think.
also sweating still.
I don't know.
It's a bit warm.
Have we provided you with enough content?
Yeah, I've got about 2 hours, so it'll be good.
Jeez.
Is there anything else you guys want to add? How have you found today?
Yeah, it was-
Doing podcasts is cool.
yeah, I like it. Obviously, if we decide to make it something that we continue to do, it will not be as high tech as this.
No.
And also, we'll need to find interesting things to talk about, not
Mm.
koala bears.
Yeah, and or just our own personal lives, because
Yeah.
a good 50 to 60% of this is just us having personal conversations
Yeah.
that no one's going to listen to because
Yeah,
it's
no
just
one cares.
talking about what we're doing in detail. But that's that was the idea of this.
It was kind of like supposed to be an interview thing, though, wasn't it? More than a.
It was just I wanted to get, because obviously I've done all of my activities that I've never done before, so I wanted to do a reversal on you guys and just put you in the experience of something an environment you've never been in before, sat in
As I
front
said,
of a.
I still want to go skydiving. So people should come with me.
Hell no, that's scary.
I'd love
I'd
to
go.
do skydiving.
I'd do
man.
skydiving.
I'd do
It's a
skydiving.
bucket list activity.
Owen's very aerodynamic, so
We're all gonna jump out and like fall in the air and all go.
I'd somehow exceed terminal velocity.
see you at the bottom, boys.
It starts burning up like a meteor.
He doesn't even pull the parachute, just craters into the air.
He just does a squat and lands perfectly.
Yeah, he just
The death
it,
dump.
He comes out. He comes out the other side. He goes straight through the earth, out from
You're a
Australia.
superhero landing. It's,
What were we talking about before skydiving?
You know, this podcast has really made me realize how much shit we talk.
Yeah.
We talk so much
we
shit.
barely needed direction. We just sat down and started talking and just waffled
Yeah.
our way
that's
through
perfect
for 2
for
hours.
podcasting. So clearly,
Yeah,
we've
but
got
it-
some
it-
natural skill.
It's good for when people care about the people they're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Like, we will cherish this, looking back at this in however many years' time, no doubt.
Yeah.
Owen's got Josh has got his like audio reading voice on.
My audible.
Yeah.
My mouth's dry, so I don't want to get too close to the mic because all I can hear is my tongue like rubbing the sides of my cheek.
I think we're finished then. That's a good way to wrap it up. But ASMR.
It's just because, like, if we ever do more podcast episodes, obviously, to do a podcast, you've got to actually have topics to talk about. We're good. We have that dynamic because we've known each other for so long of just natural flowing conversation, which you obviously is what makes a podcast so good. But you also need a direction and not just start
Something,
talking
yeah.
of personal details.
Yeah.
Like the ones I made with my college mates were quite good because we had that chemistry. If we all talked quite easily, our conversations flowed. But we didn't know each other. We didn't for like 7
Yeah.
years previously, so
So
we
to
wouldn't.
break the boundaries.
Yeah, we didn't just keep going down off tangents of like, remember when we did that 5 years ago that no one watching has any idea what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. We would always just
Yeah.
kind of, if we told a story, it was like everyone was hearing it for the first time as well as the viewer, so it was quite good.
Shame that the one story that was told could not be publicly released.
Which story was that?
Josh's.
Josh's.
Oh yeah, God, that
Maybe
wasn't even his story.
Maybe
It was
I
a friend
make
of a friend's.
PG version of it. Maybe I like substitute all of the, incriminating.
It loses
parts
the
of that.
oomph if you take it out.
A friend of a friend was in Thailand and it was really lonely, so we went to an ice cream bar. And it was the best,
Best
ice
ice
cream
cream.
of his the best ice cream of his life.
And then
So
you
after-
realise
after
that the ice cream.
You realise it wasn't actually ice cream; it was shit from a child.
That's like those like 2-sentence horror stories on Reddit, and it's like
Yeah.
Green posts.
he loved playing in the snow, but unfortunately, so did the meatworm.
What?
Have you never
I like
seen
the
that?
I
The
like the
meatworm. What?
I like the Minecraft parkour like Reddit reads. It's like me, 24,
Yeah.
and
You
my
just like it-
girlfriend.
Because your autism brain doesn't have the attention span, so you have to have like Subway Surfers,
Yeah.
Family Guy in the background as well.
Need some
I
soap
ha-
cutting up as well. Just Subway Surfers, Minecraft parkour.
I was like, oh, this is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen.
And then in his other hand, he's got his fidget slug. It's a squidgy slug that he's
I
squeezing.
can't wait
Sensory
for like,
toy.
actual cinemas to be showing a split screen of Subway Surfers underneath the film.
Hey,
It's
Marvel,
gonna happen.
Marvel films are getting there, mate.
They are, aren't they?
The VFX they're having is
It's
just
pure schlop.
I've
now.
not watched any of the recent ones.
You're not
at
missing
all.
out on anything.
I know Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is good, but I can't say anything.
reviews
else.
say otherwise. They
It's
say it's,
alright.
everything I've seen of it is just like, this is not Guardians of the Galaxy. This is more
It's-
Marvel schlop.
It's slightly less shit than all the other stuff that's been put out. That's why.
It's not.
It's so
The Marvel we
mushy.
like, though, is
it's
it?
just,
Yeah,
It's so TikTok.
yeah.
it's so
It's just-
TikTok.
Constantly shoveled
Now
humor.
that's what I call TikTok.
I'm so proudly to say that I've never installed TikTok.
You,
And I thank
is,
you.
is
I've
I
got
wait
dopamine.
I just use
yesterday.
it for food.
Yesterday, I just spent 6 hours just sat in my bed just scrolling TikTok. So I'm wasting my life away on this app. It's so addictive. It's fried my brain.
Well, I just want to say that I haven't used social media in over a year at all. Full stop. Can we get to the balls, please?
You're always like that though.
Your mama.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm selling my PC. I'm gonna get a laptop now.
I did.
Yeah.
But that wasn't because I was like, I hate my PC. That was just
Booting
my
up my
laptop's better.
PC. Like you.
We're not even talking about anything anymore. We're just
no. I mean,
jargon.
may as well make them use of the microphones while I've got them. It's not come to kick us out, so I assume no one's booked after all.
Jargon. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm also hungry.
You know what? Wait, do you guys smell that, by the way?
It's not Owen's feet, is it?
Absolutely reeks of a pint of Via Fossa after this.
Oh, I've got my ID.
I'm driving.
You can have one pint and drive still.
You can have one pint.
We'll only go for like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Or 7.
Or 7.
And the whole category of AU vodka.
It will be an absolute waste not to enjoy this beautiful weather and sit by the canal, the pilgrimage we take every summer to that, every spring, summertime.
I was thinking about going to Via Fossa again the other day. It's that perfect weather to sit next to the canal.
Yeah, it's
I don't want to be sat in a shitty spoon.
When
Exactly.
when do you come home properly?
End of June.
It's quite far away.
Yeah.
To be honest, I say that, but I'm on internship Monday to Friday now, throughout the summer.
You're like Mace
Are
before.
we still doing the plan, Josh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care to elaborate?
We are going to do pub golf 2. When
Oh,
we're on that.
yeah.
I'll plan it, and it's gonna be good. We're gonna have more bunker hazards.
Yeah.
Bunker
We
we
hazard.
should make a video out of it.
We should start vlogging, man.
You know
He
what?
does.
I'm
I
still
do.
I'm still waiting for the Leeds video.
I found with making this like film that I've now gotten more into actually just documenting things, because obviously when we went to Audley, I would just kind of stick the camera on every now and then and point it in people's faces. But obviously now I've kind of learnt about making it look good afterwards with the whole kind of cinematic angles and when to put it on. So I kind of want to stop doing that with just average days out, because I like doing that with like the Leeds video and everything. Even if it's not professional quality, it's just really fun to look back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of views that my Audley vlog has from
Like-
us just rewatching it.
I would like the reason why I would love to like become a YouTuber, not like for the sake of being a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if anyone else watches the videos. I just want to have
Memories.
a
recorded.
highlight reel of my life that can be played and that I can look back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love to have my memories recorded
Yeah, exactly.
because
In 4K.
my memories already record via my own brain. But then I have to explain it to you.
Exactly.
Who doesn't remember shit.
It's something that you can like show people.
Yeah.
You can, like, instead of having to butcher the story.
Do you
So
guys-
basically,
Do you guys want to watch my short film after this? Because I've finished it today. I agree.
Yeah,
They've done all the
I'd love to.
editing.
The clips you showed me were so funny. Bring that sweet ass over here.
it's only the acting is just comedic. The times where the intensity is supposed to be high, of like it's a horror film, you should be scared right now. I couldn't do anything but laugh because the acting is just so bad. It's good. It's great. Right, let's do an outro.
okay.
3, 2, 1, and we'll see you in the next one. Boom. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-ba-da-bum.
By the way, subscribe to my girlfriend's OnlyFans. It's only
Right.
$5 this month.
You can't keep
What a plot
advertising
twist! What a plot
OnlyFans.
twist! Josh has gone through a full character arc this podcast.
Yeah, I'm a change man.
Alright, let's leave it
Bye-bye.
here.
Do you have to put your
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
No, I don't have to do that at all. I
I'll
just do
see
this.
you in the next one.
Oh, I've gone deaf.
Oh God, that's so strange.
Did you not take yours off the entire
No.
time? Yeah.
Oh,
wee wee.
It's stuck to my bald head.
Stop podcast. I need a wee wee.
That was fun, man.
Yeah. My ass is sweaty.
Oh, my legs don't work.
Wait, shit, actually, everyone sit down again.
I'm taking a picture.
Oh, it's Roy's Polo.
This will make a good shot.
Do you want the headphones on?
You look so professionally goofy.
Professionally.
Do you have to look like we're in
goofy.
the middle of a conversation instead?
No, just pose for effect. It's not good.
Bro's a thinker.
Can't really. Can do that. shit. Actually, just take it. I'm gonna have to get back to it. Yeah.
Me and Josh go like this, and I was like,
Can I do it so that that looks shit on there?
guys, I think I blinked. All right, boys.
It's bog time.
Alcohol time.
Start your pisses.
Start
your
shit. Hidden memory.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that funny time when we started the shit? Start your shitters. Well, that's
See, if we got into the habit more of when we throw back to some inside joke like that, explaining the story and like telling it in like a more of a
yeah, instead of just
story
laughing
way.
and going like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like, you remember that start your shits, which has no context to it. If you explain it in the way you would on like a podcast, then it would be quite entertaining. I feel.
Oh, good coffee.
Oh shit, man. I'm thinking. I'm gonna get tackled by this.
You are. You're an illegal intruder in the building.
Bum, 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 bum.
Mixing. Crazy.
That looked good.
Hello.
It's not on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the recording studio. Hello! Hello! Like you can see your voice there. And the little green thing, look. Look there. Hello! Hello! Oh!
Go in there. I've got to go in the tent.
It's so bad now.
Bro's waddling.
Made a burst.
What gamer bladder?
My bladder's so
I never burst.
swollen. I'm gonna burst.